of the very few states that has keenly cultivated a collective identity, what can be called regional nationalism. Now, this regional nationalism at times has openly bordered on narcissism as well. Let's try and find out from the people of Maharashtra, from the people of Nagpur here, on what side of the political divide does the great Maratha pride stand this election 2014. Notwithstanding the public display of confidence by the Shiv Sena BJP combined, the electoral jigsaw with its 48 Lok Sabha seats in Maharashtra will remain a puzzle till the last vote is counted on May 16th.
देखते हैं अभी किसको देना है।
पहन तो रखा है बीजेपी।
कोई बात नहीं, पहने तो है।
तो फिर
देखेंगे अभी किसको देना है, बाद में सोचते हैं ना, टाइम है ना।
कौन, नरेंद्र मोदी के राहुल गांधी?
नरेंद्र मोदी। नरेंद्र मोदी।
क्यों?
इनको पूछो मैडम।
नरेंद्र मोदी।
क्यों?
अभी नया चांस देना है उनको। नया चांस देना है।
नया चांस देना है।
ये बीजेपी भी है, कांग्रेस भी है, अभी किसको वोट देना ये हमारे ऊपर है।
नरेंद्र मोदी।
क्यों?
क्योंकि सब महंगाई बढ़ गई कांग्रेस की इसमें, करके नरेंद्र मोदी को हम वोट देने चाहते।
तो बाजा किसके लिए बजाएगा?
नरेंद्र मोदी के लिए है सब।
अभी नरेंद्र मोदी रहो या कोई रहो, तो हमको जिसने ऑर्डर दिया है उसके तरफ से तो बजाएंगे हम।
Well, it's quite interesting. Everybody here is jamming for BJP, but most of the people wearing the hats of BJP are not going to be voting for BJP. That's the beauty of the Indian elections. We've got a confirmed ticket. You can look right there. Both our names, Preeti and Kashiv. The sheer joy of seeing your name on a confirmed seat, only those will understand who have travelled the last 10 days in unconfirmed general compartments all the way from Srinagar right here to Nagpur. We can't hold our joy once we see our names right here, Kashiv and I. It's an overnight journey from Nagpur to Hyderabad, and for the first time we have an AC2 confirmed seat. We're going to see you in Hyderabad. As we train through this deeply chaotic democracy standing at the threshold of its electoral fortunes, we reach the state of Andhra Pradesh, we reach Hyderabad.
TDP सरकार से एक ही उम्मीद है हमारे को, राहुल गांधी आना बोल के।
आम आदमी की पार्टी आना चाहिए, खत्म।
तो एक बार बीजेपी को मौका देके देखते हैं।
TDP बहुत आ रही है आगे।
तेलंगाना में कांग्रेस का है, आंध्र में जगन का है।
As we walk the by-lanes of the old city of Hyderabad, waiting to take our train to connect us from the state of Andhra Pradesh to the state of Karnataka, there is a word which echoes here, a word that actually sticks. It's a word called Kismat. People here believe that, like people, even states are born with a destiny. And it is time for the state of Andhra Pradesh to court destiny, electorally written this election. कुछ होने वाला है इस बार, जो अभी तेलंगाना तो अलग हो गया, यहाँ पर लोगों को फर्क पड़ेगा?
नहीं, यहाँ पे लोग को तो उनसे कुछ लेना देना नहीं है। यहाँ के लोग देखे नहीं है, यानी कि लोग हम तेलंगाना के, हम आंध्रा के, तो वो लोग कुछ भी नहीं कहेंगे।
हाँ, हमारा तो कुछ लेना देना नहीं है ना, तो आंध्रा तेलंगाना से हमारा लेना देना कुछ नहीं है। ये हमको हैदराबाद है बस।
और खास तौर से ओल्ड सिटी में तो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, जैसा ओल्ड सिटी है वैसा ही रहेगा।
हमारे लिए तो सिर्फ MIM है बस, सिर्फ काफ़ी है बस।
हमको क्या फ़र्क पड़ना है, कोई मेहनत करना है और जीना है।
मेहनत करना है, जीना है, क्या फ़र्क पड़ने का है। किसी भी गवर्नमेंट आए तो भी मेहनत करना है, जीना है, गरीब आदमी को क्या है।
Well, Kashif and I have no luck going from Hyderabad towards Karnataka, Bangalore. We'd hoped that we would get an AC berth, but to no avail. It's a long journey, at least 12 hours is what we're talking about. And it seems we're going to travel by the general compartment yet again. Aisa, thoda sa dekh. A quick look at the chessboard of politics of Karnataka, and one can see that the Congress, that should have been reveling, basking in the honeymoon period of an electoral win less than a year ago in the assembly elections, is not so sure. Apprehensive as it goes into the general elections. And the so-called Modi wave is said to be catching up, at least in the Hindutva belts of Karnataka. The question this Lok Sabha election in Karnataka is, can the BJP reclaim its lost citadel? Amidst the prevalent mood of gloom in the Congress camp, Karnataka appears to be a bright spot in their calculations over the 28 Lok Sabha seats in the state. However, the Saffron Party, it seems, is back in the reckoning. And with that train of thought, we meet Ruby at Cowan Gardens in Bangalore to get her take on the Indian electorate, the Indian middle class, and yes, the Indian politician.
Rahul is, but he's half Italian. He's not very like Mensa Club ka, like he's not. But Priyanka is a different cup of tea. Now that girl is smart, and I think she's waiting in the wings. And I think she's got a certain authority with which she was. Ye to bhala aadmi hai, you know what I'm saying? Like Marie Antoinette, you know what I mean? Acha bread nahi hai, cakes kha lo, cakes, you know. Congress doesn't have any spokespersons. They have that, you know, and there are monolithic guys. They just don't know how to speak. And BJP is full of chudels. You know, you can't speak. They're the only bigger chudels. And then there's Arvind, who I think is psychologically damaged somewhere. He hasn't found his identity. Either he's very passionate. की बात है अपना खांसी कोई ठीक करवाए तो ठीक है ना maybe I know what I can impersonate.
I think it's really exciting the way politics is undergoing a transformation or transition, at least the way we are seeing, you know, at least from the media. It's just a feeling one gets seeing the, you know, the stories that are coming out in the media. The Aam Aadmi Party doing whatever it's doing. It's causing people to think and say things like they never have in the political diaspora, at least. That's the way it's looking. Much about the rural areas, but I think in the urban areas the awareness is really high. First step towards that is to go out and vote. You need to go out and exercise your franchise. That's your responsibility, it's your duty. And I think everybody needs to do that.
I've recently moved to Bangalore since my wedding, and I think one of the first things that I did was get myself you know, registered as a voter. I think that is incredibly important, especially in this kind of political scenario where there are a lot of debates, a lot of loggerheads, a lot of ideological concerns that are being raised, especially this year. This is what this election, which I clearly see.
There is something magical about this election. it has come to be the biggest equalizer never seen before, where people from all walks of life have come together with a single train of thought that their vote counts, and it is their responsibility to now make a difference. Something will have to change in traditional politics, because traditional politics, this election, will not cut it for this polity. As we await our train to take us from Bangalore, Karnataka to Kerala, Ernakulam, we can see that there is a palpable change in the narrative of Indian politics. And this change has been engineered by the voter itself, forcing Indian politics and its players to reinvent themselves. Because the voter has changed. No longer is the Indian voter that hapless, gullible fool that the Indian politicians knew read so well. With that, we embark on the final chapter of our destination, waiting for our train to take us to Ernakulam, Kerala.
Ernakulam town, platform number 83
A journey that started over 3,500 kilometers in Kashmir in this show will end at Kanyakumari. A journey that encapsulated the electoral emotions of an entire length of a country. A country which we saw drenched in the colors of election, drunk on the power of deliverance, as the electoral narrative comes full circle in this election-bound country. There is a certain air about the Kerala voter. Possibly because it is the most literate in India. Possibly because it turns out in the highest numbers anywhere in India. Possibly because it views politics from a very different prism. The fight here over 20 Lok Sabha seats seems evenly poised between the Left Democratic Front and the United Democratic Front, with the Congress-led UDF having a slight edge. Unlike in most states, here it is Rahul Gandhi who is leading the PM's race, and unlike in most states, there is curiosity and intent about the Aam Aadmi Party.
Train number 165.
After all the crowds, the chaos, the jostling of trying to get inside a train, there's something extremely peaceful on being on board a chugging train. Once the train pulls out of the platform, there's nothing you can do. There's this strange spot of calmness that descends, and all you can do is maybe just look outside and watch your country pass by. For people like Kashif and I, my camera person Kashif and I, this is godsend. Over the course of the last 18 days, this train, or any train that we've been on, has become our little Xylo, our little oasis, where we come to in the madness of covering this biggest electoral exercise. A journey that, at least for us, has become highly personal, just like your electoral franchise. Right now, on board the Jan Shatabdi from Kochi to Trivandrum. What is going on in the voters' mind at this point of time?
Mainly development. Nobody is bothered about Modi, what he did in 2002 and what Congress did in 1984. None of the issues. They are all issues created because there was no other issue. Automatically, the common man who wants to vote wants to have better governance. And for, a lot of people are in Middle East from Kerala. If he can find employment here, why should he go there?
An opinion by a collective people that is forcing a change in the rules of engagement between politics
and the people, forcing the politician to reinvent, as traditional politics will cut it no more.
Your attention please. Train number 16381 Mumbai CST Kanyakumari Express from Mumbai CST to Kanyakumari is expected to arrive on platform number 2.
We board our last train for track and traction.
For what has been an epic journey, a journey that we will remember for the rest of our life, this is its final chapter, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. Our final destination, Kanyakumari, our final train ride on track and traction.
And what a ride it's been. 10 states, 20 cities, over 200 cups of tea. We reach Kanyakumari, and that's the beauty of the Indian Railways. Even in Kanyakumari, the politics of Bihar can resonate.
Well, we are at the Kanyakumari station, and we've met these feisty women from Bihar who are here to start their pilgrimage. They're going to start it from the Kanyakumari rock and move up north. Let's ask them what they expect from this election. तो किसको वोट दोगे इस बार? लालू आएगा बिहार में?
जेकर जब सब देगा तो सब लोग देगा. लालू कहेगा तो लालू के देंगे, नीतीश कहेगा तो नीतीश के देंगे.
बीजेपी को देंगे, मोदी को अपने देश में लाने के लिए, पूरा शांति के लिए.
मोदी जी तो कहे कि चलो भाई एक चांस देकर इनको देखे, नहीं देंगे तो फिर ठप हो जाएगा. सुंदर तो है ही है, राहुल है सुंदर, लेकिन सुंदर काम होगा तब ना.
And just like that, for what seemed like an eternity, now seems to have passed in a flash. Kashmir to Kanyakumari.
18 days back, it was a journey that started in Srinagar. To just give our viewers perspective, it was -3 degrees Celsius. We're right here in Kanyakumari. We've reached our final destination. It's at least 48 degrees Celsius and humid.
Every elections, there will be variables. And every elections, there will be absolutes.
सियासी लोगों से खिदमत का नाम मत लीजिए कि 5 साल इन्हें कारोबार करना है.
This election, we have seen, interacted with one absolute. There is something that has changed. Not politics, not politicians. It's been the voter. The biggest reinvention of Lok Sabha elections 2014.
The Indian voter today is standing at the political crossroads with different prime ministerial candidates waiting to court them.
नरेंद्र मोदी के पास एक्सपीरियंस है, इस वजह से प्रधानमंत्री बनने लायक है.
With various political parties trying to stir up cross currents to churn electoral tides.
Rahul Gandhi is best. I will vote for AB Shehgal, Aam Aadmi Party.
But there is a new voter in town, guided solely by the hunger of wanting to have greater control over his or her life.
Whichever party, whichever leader comes up, all I want is that the corruption, that is the main problem here, that should be removed.
And we are in that place where we are, I think, ready to embrace that kind of change.
The vote today is complex, it's getting younger, and it defeats a single political narrative.
चेंज आना चाहिए ना, कुछ तो चेंज आना चाहिए. वो वोट जो है वो वेस्ट नहीं होना चाहिए.
Actually, I'm giving vote first time, so I'm feeling proud.
And the voter, young, idealist, activist, wired, free thinker, tech savvy, impatient, cynical, fiercely independent.
I don't care what party is going to govern. I just want India to be a better place for girls, for girls to be safe.
Someone who thinks that electoral franchise is their birthright and the power of one is the power to change their own destiny. And the art of wooing this new voter will be the key to electoral success in the political theatre of democracy.
If this election, it will be the voter that will be remembered, then so will two political players.
Political success is the science of dealing with the game of numbers as well as the art of astute leadership. Number crunching aside, the elections in 2014 will go down in the annals of Indian political history as the clash of two personalities.
The players, the people, the most anticipated of votes, the 16th Lok Sabha elections. To quote and end with an overused cliche, this truly is the dance of democracy. And our country, India, sure has the moves down pat.
It's good to have an end to journey toward, but it is the journey that matters in the end. Very rightly put by Hemingway, and what a ride it's been for us. 6,000 kilometers from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, our journey ends right here in Kanyakumari. 6,000 kilometers back, this map, fresh with anticipation, now travel worn, fraying at the edges. My camera person Kashiv and I, filled with anecdotes, filled with stories to last us a lifetime. As we travel through this exasperating, maddening, awe-inspiring democracy, trying to gauge the mood of a people getting ready to vote, there was one word that stuck. There was one word that echoed across all 10 states that we trained through: Kismat, destiny. People believe that, like people, even countries are born with a destiny. And the time has come for their country, India, to court its destiny. The people knowing fully well that this time it's them who would be writing it. All with a click of a single button, knowing fully well that the sun will not set this election without their approval.